And we're back to continue my review for Drive Angry. As I said, she said, "You gonna tap that or what?" And she just walks away, and he said, "What about your beer? You drink it." She takes this guy over to her room, and she's making him do her nails, and he said, "Are we gonna do it, or?" He said, "Depends on how well you do the nails." Start over. And in the other room, there are people like her. Now this is getting pretty close to the scene of awesome badassness. But what really is happening is the waitress and Nick Cage is like sitting like this and just going boom, 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 boom. And the waitress is just naked, like, says, "Why don't you fuck naked? I never disrobed before a gun battle." Right? He's just fucking her, drinking some Jack. And now this satanic group where he's going to get the child back from, they're coming to get him. So he gives them this bait, and they find the room, and he's just... And this is the ultimate scene of badassness. While he's fucking the chick, he takes out his gun and just boom, boom, and just takes her down. Just... And these two Milwaukee State Troopers, I forgot about that scene. And, William Fichtner's chasing him, so, naturally, he catches up with him at the boyfriend's place. He says, talking about, and the boyfriend is like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And the thing is, like, they're just, like, talking. He asks about Nick Cage, but he says, "I just want the call back." So he kind of thrusts him over to the wall. "Sorry, pal, but you leave me no choice but to kick your ass." Takes out the bat, kind of hits him, then he just throws him to the wall. Oh, and he breaks the bat and throws one bit and just stabs into the... and impales him on the wall. Now he's just going on and going on and going on. He says, "Let me go, please." And it basically ends with him throwing the bat and just impaling him in the head. And these two strict state troopers show up and deal with and they're like, "What did you do?" And shit. So William Fichtner says, "This is your lucky day." Throws a coin into the air. Comes down, turns into an FBI badge. He gets these two state troopers to help him and chase her. Now back to the other scene. They're running away from them, and then they're shooting. These Milwaukee State Troopers show up. They start shooting. And like, promotion and pay raise. Promotion and pay raise. They kill the two State Troopers and get away. Now this old cop comes and why are these two State Troopers dead here? And then he finds the waitress, and he killed them while we was fucking. Has that ever happened to you? And dumb shit like that. But William Fichtner, he catches up with them, and Nick is like, "Pass me the gun." The old one in the case. He gets this gun called the God Killer and shoots one bullet. It grazes Bill Fichtner's nose. The car flips over and they drive away. But these two outer stone dicks show up and say, "You think they're dead?" Well, the doors are still on. They're still in there. And the door smashes out when a guy goes... And this is the bit that make me want to see the film. He says, "I won't see you again until you're 73. And he looks at the other guy. I'll see in 6 months. Ta-ta." He gets away. And Nick Cage finds this do break. Nick Cage finds this church where they're at. He walks in, sees the baby. All the people in it take up guns, and basically ends with them getting the girlfriend. Now what happens now? Naturally, Nick Cage is an escapee from hell. When you're an escapee from hell, you don't die, because you have to go back to hell and suffer. And it basically ends with the leader of the satanic group saying, "You see this bone? This used to be in the leg of your daughter. I keep it with me at all times." Basically ends with him shooting him in the face. Now, they all drive 10%. It's a power left. Finish this quickly. They drive away, and then you get this car chase sequence, but naturally Nicolas Cage is just lying there. He gets up, goes to the car. They naturally have Amber Heard, and just to fix the problem, he puts on some shades. Yeah. Puts on some shades, and just chases him. Amber Heard gets in a fight in the minivan they're in. And just not to complicate things, there are bits of this that I just don't want to touch on. Wow, I really am right now. They get to this police barrier, and the old cop says, like, "You know, they killed 2 of our own, so when I say aim for their tires, I mean aim for their heads. Is that clear?" And they stop at the police barrier and says, "Get out of the car." No, not too bad to give them a clear shot at their tires. And then this big-ass hydro oxygen truck that Bill Fickner's driving comes up, and he's like in the line, "And that's the way. I like it. Listening to that. Just hanging out. The car smashes. They get away from the barrier. They finally find Jonah King. And oh yeah, that's the bit I forgot to touch on. This is actually going to be 3 parts. Damn! He says, you know, "You forced my daughter on her knees, and she made you pay for it." Because, like, Jonah King has the secret, because the reason he killed Nick Cage's daughter is because he stole her baby, killed her boyfriend, and he forces her on her knees to give him a blowjob. So, what does she do? She bites off his dick. That was awesome. And that's just a bit that I forgot to touch on. Now that Nick Cage calls up a friend named Webster, played by David Wars. Who is an awesome guy. Good performances in Disturbia, The Negotiator. David Morse is a good actor. Just giving you some life, iPad. But crudness. Calls up his friend, and he has this 357 Magnum. After a bit of on by on, they go to his place and says, "The car's fucked. Nothing I can do." So he gives him he just 3 parts. Again, sorry for the long ass review.